Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is VlogsBoutNothin. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy night to join me. I really appreciate that. I do believe it is Taco Tuesday, and so happy Taco Tuesday to all of you out there. I hope that you munch down on massive amounts of tacos. Tacos of all varieties. And I just mean like there's, beef, shredded beef, fish, chicken, it's all different kinds of tacos, you know what I mean? So have fun in your indulgence. Thanks again to all the new subs and viewers. I really appreciate it. Watching the channel grow is, like watching a Mary Jane plant grow, analogous in that way, I guess. It's just a cool thing, I guess. And yeah, I have seen a marijuana plant not mature to bud, but definitely grow from seedling to magnificent plant. Boy, I love plants. If you didn't already know that about me, I do. Not just the ones that you can smoke, but all like the ones that you can eat, the ones that you can just chill alongside with while they literally decrease your stress level. It's a very symbiotic kind of a thing. Who doesn't love plants? I do. Anyways, tonight I want to talk about notifications. And notifications can be a really big deal, okay? So, both IRL and online notifications are something that literally is a main driver and sort of dictates, even I would argue on an unconscious level, how we engage with other people at different times in our day, And so, for example, there was an interesting statistic I recently read about how 90% of all people that are on their cell phones that you see out in the world are in fact making a conscious decision to be on their cell phone so that you don't bother them. And so I mean it's leaps and bounds, right? It's sort of like using a communicative device that is made for communication to sort of discourage communication is sort of like a very old school tactic in that it obviously works, but notifications are something again that have broken up first dates. I'd go so far as to say they've broken up marriages, right? They are very often indicative of a person's overall behavior. I mean, notifications, again, might be subtle and benign on the surface of things, but I think when you dig a little bit deeper, you'll find that notifications are not just impactful, not only have they been impactful forever and will continue to be impactful forevermore, but again, more importantly and moreover, root out honest and dishonest people. And yeah, I said it, because again, some behaviors are again just indicative of an overall larger sort of an issue. And I say this because jokingly we referred to breaking up relationships, in terms of the notifications, but it happens, right? I mean, this is how people that are cheating get caught. This is how um, Chuck Boy, married for 30 years, gets busted on a website that he's not supposed to be on. You know what I mean? The one where you can have affairs with people. I'm not quite sure about all of the names off the top of my head, but you know what I mean. It's just sort of notifications, seriously, are very meaningful and are so meaningful that when people turn them off, people, even if they don't say anything out loud, are thinking it, like even in just the most innocent of ways, just kind of like, why'd that person turn off their notifications? Typically, again, we're stuck to our phones. So to think that when we alter our behavior as it concerns our own selves, when we have these devices in our hands, I think is false because it does, in fact, change the way that we act, having that cell phone. I know that notifications themselves are things that have people got forever, right? Bad news, good news. Notifications are in great abundance throughout all of our daily lives in modern society. It's interesting to see notifications evolve into sort of a thing, a digital sort of reminder that, again, is both good and bad. because while we all need to be reminded of what time to be at our weekly Zoom work meeting, you know, it might not be in our best interest to like cheat on our partners or, you know, do, I mean, again, like to even say these things out loud as an incentive to not do something bad, it's just thinking about it, you know, it's sort of like silly in that way, because if you get busted cheating because of your notifications, you know, you're not doing a good job cheating, you know, and that just goes to say that it just requires a whole lot of work and stuff. And often I want to talk about and end the video on how notifications can be super positive and very impactful. So for example, last night I got a notification at around 2:15 in the morning, you know, and while I have never and I will never, you know, I don't specifically say names, I guess, and when I do, but the person that, you know, knows that I'm talking to them is, I think it's dope, and I immediately subscribe back, you know? Seriously, I felt like I had to address that sort of elephant in the room because um, I like to think I have half of a brain, and notifications to me in this time at, you know, 2:15 this morning was like really it was probably the best notification I've ever like had on my cell phone, just because of the significance of where that notification came from, you feel me? And I mean that, you know, it was very uplifting and I appreciate it. Seriously. Thank you. You know, thank you, and I'm sorry. You know, I can't even begin. But seriously, I really appreciate everyone taking the time out of their days to watch the videos. Subscribe if you're not already. You know, tell your friends, tell your uncle, tell your second cousin, Jenny. You know, tell everybody. I'm trying to get the channel to a place where it's in, you know, as many households as possible, or wherever you guys are hanging out. I just appreciate you allowing me to be a part of your life in this very small way, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful night, all right? Until our next video, bye.